This is how you make the wings. Are you fucking kidding me? They're dry. How many weeks did you cook them for? They're fucking disgusting. There's me thinking it's a properly cooked fucking chicken wing. This is the worst kitchen in America.
Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Hot Ones. You're probably confused. You are watching First We Feast, but after watching Mr. Ramsay tear into the cold, dry wings served on the show, Sean called me up and asked me to make the wings for my own appearance, which is kind of like cleaning the gun for your own execution. But if we're going to do this, we might as well do it right. So, to keep the wings crispy and moist on their journey from Soho to Midtown, I decided to go with a low-temperature frying method that more closely resembles confit. First, the wings are fried at 225 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes, then removed, allowed to drain, refrigerated overnight, and fried again, this time at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. This yields the crispiest, juiciest wings I've ever tasted, and they should stay that way long after they've been doused in poisonous sauce. There we go, 24 ultra crispy wings ready for transport. Let's go see if I've got what it takes to be a hot one.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Andrew Rea. You know him from his extremely popular cooking channel, Binging with Babish, where he whips up iconic dishes inspired by TV and film. He also has a new cookbook on the way. It's called Binging with Babish, 100 recipes recreated from your favorite TV shows and movies, with a foreword from Jon Favreau and a blurb by me. Andrew Rea, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, man.
Typically, we ask guests how they handle their heat, but I think with you, it's only fair that we ask, is there a TV or movie scene that involves hot sauce that you think is the best of all time?
Not hot sauce per se, but from The Simpsons. Homer Simpson tries to tangle with something called the Guatemalan insanity pepper, which is a pepper that looks like...
The candle, I remember this.
Well, yeah. So he drinks a candle to protect his mouth from the spicy stuff, but it still goes into his stomach and still messes him up. But I thought that was a brilliant tactic to just coat your mouth in wax. I wish I could do something like that. There's some interesting flavors going on there. That's fun.
So it's clear that you're a massive film and TV buff. I know that the Frasier obsession runs deep, and it's impossible to visit your apartment these days without catching a screening of Into the Spider-Verse. Pound for pound, what do you think is the best TV or film in regards to food references?
Oh, it's gotta be Chef. That was one of the earliest episodes I ever did was Pasta alla olio from Chef, and then he came on my show and we did chocolate lava cakes, and I've also done the Cubano sandwiches, which were unbelievable, this mojo marinated pork. But more than just all the beautiful food in that movie, it's about the togetherness and the uniting power that food can have. And it's a movie that really loves food more than most movies about food. That and Big Night, which is just like, it's just food paradise.
And then, of course, another fascinating byproduct of your channel is that it serves as a litmus test for some of the most passionate cult fan bases on the internet. When you think back on the videos that you've done, do any stand out? It seems like SpongeBob stuff always floats to the top.
Oh yeah, anything with SpongeBob in the title is going to trend, is going to skyrocket because it has a gigantic, fervent fan base, of which I am one. I grew up watching SpongeBob. It's an old enough show that I was like 11 when that show came out, I think. This is where fandom lives, is in the food from fiction.
And sometimes fandom, especially when you're doing these deep dive pop culture references, I imagine that you sometimes get fact checked by nerds who are super into this stuff. Have you ever been in hot water with fans of a particular movie or TV show?
Not really from the fans. I get more in hot water with foodies. People who, say, oh, you didn't make that pizza,
funny.
right? Or you didn't do this, right? Like, people have a lot to say about what I did wrong. And, I try to make it as instructional as possible, but I'm learning along with the audience. Like, this is a learning experience for both of us. Skinny habanero hot sauce, does that mean it's like low calorie? What's the deal? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shit on your brands here. But
no, go ahead.
Just,
we don't care.
It's just funny. That's skinny habanero hot sauce. All hot sauce is pretty skinny.
So when I see Hot Ones fans in the wild, there are certain questions that I can reasonably count on. You know, people are like, what's the best interview ever? Or how's your butthole? You know, those things I can count on. So here on this wing, I think it's important to hit you with some of the binging with Babish FAQs. Which video is the most difficult to make?
Probably the second episode ever, which was Timpano.
14-hour process, right?
Yeah. Wow. Oh, how'd you know that? You always know all these crazy little factoids. And wow, I just got a dizzy spell. That was weird. I shouldn't have done that. I already heard the when I said that. Yes, 14 hours spent making timpano, which is, I call it a big kinky lasagna. It's like 10 different layers of pasta and meatballs and eggs and cheese and sauce and all different kinds of good stuff. It's from Big Night, and I'm never gonna make it again, I promise.
What's the most you've ever dropped trying to get rare ingredients for an expensive meal?
Okay, that's probably Red Dead Redemption, which is more recent. I dressed up like a cowboy, and I ordered bear meat, actual, genuine, as they said, free-range bear meat. But that episode clocked in at least $1,000 for the costume and for the exotic meats and for the tent and for the damage I did to my car trying to drive a Audi A4 in the middle of the woods. Everybody always says this is the tastiest one. Let's see.
Well, now you can know for sure.
That was good.
So, as we touched on, you recreate dishes from TV and movies, and I know that comes from a genuine place of curiosity. Well, here, I think that it's only right that we do one that's inspired by a spicy scene. And we did some research, and there's one that I think that we can do right here at this table and easy. Are you familiar with the wake-up juice from Back to the Future 3?
Back to the Future 3, yes.
Back to the Future 3.
When Doc Brown, he does one shot, passes out, and then they whip up some wake-up juice to wake him up.
Boom, Andrew, you always know these little factoids. Well, let's bring out the mise en place.
Oh my god. Oh, is that your new catchphrase?
I'm stealing it from you.
Oh my god.
How about Chris with the forearm strength to bring this out?
Wow, yeah, how much is this?
It's not easy. Yeah, that's no joke.
I can lift it, I'm sitting, okay?
So, what I think is easy about this is it just involves like dumping stuff into a glass, right?
This has got to be one of the easiest recreations. So they just kind of pour it in with reckless abandon. Pickle juice and hot sauce at the same time, if I remember correctly. I might be getting this wrong, I'm sorry. All right, some nice hot sauce, pickle juice, there we go. Oh, nice noises, you guys getting that? A little ASMR, a little ploppy ASMR for you, there you go. All right, moonshine, I think, was next. Definitely poured in what looked to me like Bloody Mary mix, but they obviously didn't have that in 1885. Uh-oh, did I get that right? Give that a little mixer. That looks right. Like, that looks like the right color and consistency. It's got stuff floating in it.
It doesn't look that bad. It kind of looks like a Lux Bloody Mary.
Yeah, except with no vodka in it. Does anybody have any vodka? Oh, wait, there's whiskey in there. What am I saying?
Yeah, we got to stay true to the art.
After you, Sean.
All right.
That'll cure what ails you.
It's definitely some wake-up juice.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here.
Hit that wake-up juice,
I'm just going to
bro.
chug the whole thing real quick. The best part, without a doubt, is the classic hot sauce.
Before you made it your full-time career making Homer Simpson's moon waffles, I know that you worked as a graphic artist. You know, sometimes when people talk about taking that leap, they always give the advice as if it should be some sort of reckless decision. Like you should just say like, fuck it and jump.
Yeah, I think for the vast majority of people, making ballsy but measured decisions is the way to go.
I didn't. I think about it all the time. Like I look back, I was reckless. I quit my job. I sold all my shit. I went to New York, like had 4 roommates, tried to make, you know, and I look back on it and obviously things worked out pretty good, but I look back on that all the time and I'm like, that was fucking stupid. You know, like there's a lot of balls that had to bounce my way in order for me to just break even on it and for it to make sense.
When I moved here, I sold my car with no job. I got $2,000 for it and I used, you know, $1,500 of that for 1 month's rent in some shithole in Park Slope. And I think that if you really believe in yourself and what you're doing, there's going to be a moment where you're like, this is a big risk, but this is the one that you know, could potentially change everything. So just keep an eye out for it and, you know, be cautious, but be a little ballsy, be a little crazy. Los Calientes, does that translate to the hots?
Hot ones, Los Calientes.
Oh, okay. I get it. I took 7 years of Spanish and didn't absorb any of it. Wow, that's good. Gee Willipers, where do I buy this?
Whatever you want, Andrew, I got you, bro.
Well, you already sent me a couple of these bottles for Christmas, so thank you.
I got more of them for you today.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew, I have a little bit of a surprise for you on this wing.
All right.
So we reached out to a few of our mutual internet friends and asked them if they have any questions for you,
Oh my goodness.
Andrew Rea.
All right.
So here is a new segment that we're calling,
YouTubers ask other YouTubers questions.
that's a good guess.
.com.
It's a segment that we're calling Questions from Famous YouTubers That We Both Know. So what we're going to do is we are going to show you on the monitor. Up first, we have Hot Ones alum and friend of the brand, and he has a very important question for you, okay?
Okay.
Hey, all right, real quick. I want to know what the #1 most underrated kitchen gadget is and the #1 most overrated.
That's a great question. Thank you, Marques Brownlee. The most underrated is a cutting board. A big fuck off cutting board. Like 24 by 18, like, you know, huge, big work surface that you can just own. And, you know, if you're chopping carrots, they're not rolling off and rolling under the fridge and disappearing for the rest of your life. And the most overrated kitchen gadget is the one that does it all, or the one that does it all for you. Because it never comes out as something that you, as good as something that you do yourself. Some gadget that you smack on to make it chop onions, it's never gonna chop onions as well as you could or as quickly as you could if you just practice a little bit. Once you get good at it, you're gonna be way faster than some toy that is trying to do it for you.
All right, up next, we have our buddy Brad Leone, who was actually driving down the highway, pulled over on a truck stop so that he could hit you with this one.
Thanks, Brad.
Hey, Sean, calling in from a Massachusetts truck stop. Got a question for old Babby while he's sweating the beanbag off eating those hot ones you're giving him. Yeah, Babby. So with with your global reach using YouTube, what positive effects do you want to have on the viewers, huh?
My end game is the same as yours, Brad, which is to get people cooking. Like, you know, he entertains as he informs. And that's like the best thing that you could possibly do on YouTube is something that has utility, something that entertains, and something that inspires. And that's exactly what he does, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to get people cooking.
All right, one more for you, Andrew, and this is from Rhett.
Hey.
Rhett and Link, who is actually taking a break from his vacation just to hit you with this
Oh my
question.
God, it looks like he's got a beautiful ocean behind him.
Hey Andrew, it's Rhett. I trust that you are not embarrassing yourself yet. My one piece of advice for getting through this is to absorb the energy of one wing to overcome the next wing. And by the time you make it to the end, you will have presumably absorbed all the energy of all the wings. That's the key. And the one question I have for you is, what is the one question that you get asked most often that you hate answering? You're welcome. Good luck and Godspeed.
That's a question from a guy who's been famous for a long time. Like that, it's got to be, what does Babish mean? Because I have answered it a billion times, and we'll answer it here, hopefully for.
I'll do it. I'll do it for you. You hate answering it.
You know where
He's
Babish is from?
A niche character from The West Wing.
You're absolutely right. How many episodes of The West Wing?
3.
8.
Fuck.
It's good. I'm not giving you guys anything to go dun dun for, except for that one when we did the first sauce.
Recently did an episode of The Burger Show with our friend Alvin, where you attempted to pass muster as a line cook at his restaurant, The Usual. Do you have a newfound respect for line cooks having gone through that experience?
No, because I already had a lot of respect for line cooks going through that experience. It takes a certain kind of person to work in a professional kitchen, and I have nothing but admiration for it because it eludes me. I definitely do deflect the title of chef because I have not earned it. I am a home cook that has a camera and knows how to shoot things very well. I will say that I'm a way better editor than I am a cook. So I make things look good and I make it seem like it's easy, but I'm not a chef. I don't deserve that title. Next up, we got Trinidad Scorpion. Ooh. Okay, that's the first one that's got a little bit of heat to it. That's fun. All right. I'm so dreading to bomb. Oh my God.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself.
Okay, sorry.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't psych yourself out.
We have other stuff to contend with. Here we go.
So, I don't think I'm being off base when I say you're a man who enjoys the finer things in life. I know that you're at your most comfortable when you have a glass full of the Glenfiddich, or a gold Daytona on your wrist, or the rumble of a V8 engine beneath your loins. You messing with the bag? What's in the bag?
So I have a couple tricks here. And remember how I talked about Homer Simpson lighting or drinking a candle? Well, I have this candle from a sex shop, so you know it's good. And, oh, there we go. I'm just gonna get that melting because I have every intention of pouring some wax on my tongue to protect me from this bullshit.
Genius.
I've tried that before. My buddy in college, like everybody's roommate in college, had a bottle of that kicking around in his fridge, and I touched some with a toothpick, and I ran outside and like sprayed my mouth with a hose. I was young. I was being theatrical, but it was garbage.
But hey, welcome to my world.
So
I like how you're like, I was young, I was being theatrical, and then now you're lighting a candle, like you've grown up.
I didn't say it changed.
What's the best whiskey to call to a bartender when they ask you what you want in your old fashioned?
Because of how widely available it is, and because it makes great cocktails, but I do sip it on its own. Angel's Envy is one of my favorites. Very complex, but simple and sweet. It's a great American whiskey, and I absolutely adore it both on its own and in cocktails for sure. Yeah, I'm ready to move on, but I want to protect my tongue from this motherfucker.
Okay.
So where'd my little spoon go? Didn't I just have it? Oh, here it is. So I'm going to take a page out of Homer Simpson's book. First, I'm gonna put a little bit on my skin, like I've been a bad boy. See what that feels like. Okay. I mean, I feel disciplined. And
This is taking a turn.
you guys said you wanted to try new things. That's what I'm here for.
I like this because, you always do dishes from TV and film.
It's in my beard.
All right, so wax to coat the throat.
Okay, all right, let's see what happens. Is this cheating? Are people gonna call me out for cheating? It's honestly,
It's unique. It's never happened before.
I also just swallowed it, like it's gone, so.
And it might not help you.
I don't think it's going to.
Just drinking wax out of this sex candle and then eating the bomb chicken wing. Like if somebody's in the comments right now, be like, "That's cheating." Like,
Sean, you're making it sound weird when you say it like that. Oh yeah, fuck that shit. It's gross. It tastes bad. But no, you're eating more. All right, proper amount, yeah? Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck the bomb. That stuff is vile.
bringing back memories.
Yeah, of college and trying to impress my friends. Whoa, did I just hiccup? I haven't hiccuped in like 7 years, Sean. I'm hiccuping. I swear I haven't hiccuped in like 7 years. This is magical for me. Are you crying?
Listen, I'm not immune to it, you know? I'm just in here battling through.
That is so exciting. That's so exciting for me. I haven't hiccuped in so long. This is so cool. I'm not in control of it. It's so exciting. Anyway.
Well, speaking of exciting, you know, I think one of your most underrated projects, in my opinion, is Bedtime with Babish.
Yeah.
Where you would use your calming, soothing voice.
Oh, fuck me.
You would just read stories from public domain and help put people to sleep.
You're making me feel so much better about myself
Something
right now.
happened.
Oh no, did you touch your eyes?
No, but can I get a napkin? I did. I caught some sauce in the eye.
Oh no. Let's take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that shit, man. My mouth feels like it's swelling up. Uh-oh. Who has my EpiPen? I'm kidding. I think. Oh, I think.
Oh, fuck. Dom, do we have any more?
Guys, you can chill for a second. We're gonna swap the audio.
So now you want me to read bedtime stories or some shit?
So I've pulled a passage from the Velveteen Rabbit. And we have an ASMR mic.
Okay.
Bedtime with Babish.
I'm a professional. I can do this.
Sorry.
Good evening and welcome to Bedtime with Babish. This evening, upon Hot Ones, I'll be reading a passage from The Velveteen Rabbit by Hans Flergenstocken. There once was a velveteen rabbit, and in the beginning he was really splendid. His coat was spotted brown and white. He had real thread whiskers, and his ears were lined with pink sateen. There were other things in the stocking, nuts and oranges and a toy engine, and chocolate almonds and a clockwork mouse. And then there was a great rustling of tissue paper and unwrapping of parcels, and in the excitement of looking at all the new presents, the Velveteen Rabbit was forgotten.
All right.
Next up, you ready for this?
Yeah, the chocolate plague. You barrel on.
Pucker Butt. Pucker Butt Pepper Company. That's fun.
So you have a very close, distinctly YouTube connection with your fans, and there are a million stupid articles out there about like how to build a YouTube audience with like optimizing analytics and SEO keywords or whatever. Do you have any real practical advice when it comes to how to build and energize a loyal fan base?
Sorry. I feel like you get carte blanche on burps here. You can just do what you want.
Let it fly.
I feel like the advice, so many people come up and ask, like, how do I grow my channel? Brands come and ask, how do we grow our channel? And the advice that I want to give but never do is you need to make something really fucking good. Especially nowadays, the world is so cluttered with so much content, and it's amazing. Anybody can reach millions of people with their cell phone if they do and say the right thing. But that's the key. You got to do and say the right thing, and that could mean the right thing for the audience, or that could mean the right thing for yourself. Oh, I hope the mic picked up that weird body sound. Did you hear that? Oh, it's like. Come on, give me a proper dab. I want a Sean-like dab. There we go. That's a Sean-like dab. Ow, shit, my stomach hurts more than my mouth, honestly.
That's actually a worse place to be. I've been there. I got an eye rash.
mean?
My lips are on fire.
I'm gonna.
Like, I would rather be completely smoked out in the face than have my stomach doing backflips.
Yeah. Ugh, okay. All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, Andrew Rea. Here we are at the end of our spicy chicken wing journey. Long overdue, if you ask me. And I think it's been so special that we should immortalize it forever and ever.
How do you suggest we do that, Sean?
Well, we talked about it beforehand,
Yes, we did.
but now is the moment of truth. There is no turning back. Are you ready to do this?
So ready. I'm so happy that I was able to finish the wings, honestly. Let's do this. Come on.
Okay, For Randy over in legal, can you look into this camera or this camera and say, we are not responsible or liable for anything that happens here?
Dear Randy over in legal, hey, how are you? My name is Binging with Babish. I do not hold you responsible for any horrible infection that I get right now for getting tattooed amidst these wings, and I don't hold you responsible for anything, really. You can do whatever you want to me right now.
All right, let's bring in Chris from Blackfish Tattoo. It's about to go down.
Here's to you, the internet. You're why this is happening.
You lean a little closer. Perfect.
This ain't my first rodeo. Oh, it's hot though. The bomb is sadistic. That stuff just wants to hurt kids. It's like a Mac 10 or pornography. There's no artistic value to it. I have to cough really bad, but
Go ahead.
holy shit, time flies when you're having fun. Here, have some of the real stuff.
I'll chase it.
There you go. Yeah, chase that milk with whiskey,
Like men do.
as men do. What's the name? Does this cock have a name?
You get to name the chicken.
All right, that chicken's name is Drew.
I like that. All right, Drew the chicken from here on out. You hear that, Chris?
Oh, what are you guys doing this weekend? Any plans? It's so thin, it's gonna blend in with my hair.
All right, so now we're done. Here goes.
Oh, it's perfect. Oh my god. Look at the lines on that. So thin. And so straight. Sorry.
Look at this.
Look, I can make it squawk.
And it is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, it
and
is.
look at you, Andrew, pulling out all the stops. And now there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you, my friend. This camera, this camera, this camera. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Hey guys, my name is Andrew Rea. I make a channel called Binging with Babish, and my new cookbook drops October 22nd. You can check it out at bingingwithbabish.com/cookbook. You can pre-order it there. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for having me, Sean. Man. Appreciate it.
Good job, Andrew, good job.
I'll have that wrap.
Dude, thank you so much.
Close
That was
up
so
of the
much fucking
tattoo
fun.
with the
Good
sausage
job.
and stuff.
It's fine. This is going to wash off in a few days, right?
Hey, what's going on, Hot Ones fans? This is Sean Evans checking in to say thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're gonna be in Chicago this weekend, good news. We'll be there too. Hot Ones is showing up big at Complex Con July 20th and 21st in Chicago, doing a live episode with Juice WRLD, and then all weekend long in the First We Feast Zone, slinging wings, slinging sauces, slinging merch. Don't miss it. July 20th and 21st in Chicago. We'll see you there.